It is clear from their track record in the Xfinity Series that JR Motorsports has experienced some significant success, and they're now prepared for a major shift. Following previous speculations, the team has given us an important information regarding racing in the NASCAR Cup Series as early as 2024. Is there a chance that JR Motorsports will move up to the Cup Series now that charter fees are skyrocketing? Hello NASCAR fam, and welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. In today's episode, we'll check if JR Motorsports is ready to take this big leap. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because we are going to reveal what's hot in the news. One of the organizations in NASCAR that causes the greatest controversy is JR Motorsports. Since the 2005 season, Kelly Earnhardt Miller and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have carried the Earnhardt name at the Xfinity Series level. Yet, it appears that the group is prepared for the Cup Series, which will come after this. For this team, it would be the fulfillment of a dream because, as we all know, taking part in the Cup Series is a much greater challenge, and it only serves to highlight the degree of risk you are prepared to accept in order to join a team that is competitive in NASCAR's most exclusive league. But there is a difference between desiring to participate in the Cup Series and really doing so. Nothing significant needs to be added if the Xfinity Series performance is the indication. 3 of their 4 drivers were in the Championship 4. This team also dominated the 2022 season, winning a total of 15 games out of 33 throughout the whole series. Unfortunately for them, Ty Gibbs, who will start racing for JGR in the Cup Series next season, is the only driver that did not take part in the Xfinity Series Championship 4. JR Motorsport had a 75% chance of winning the championship if they had won the championship final, according to statistics. They still lost, but that doesn't change the fact that the team has been unstoppable for the whole 2022 campaign. Noah Gragson is prepared to go on in his career, so the team will lose 1 driver to the Cup Series. Before the organization formally announces Brandon Jones's entry into the Cup Series, it appears like he will get a good flavor of what it's like to drive his own car. It goes without saying that if the team does decide to compete in the Cup Series, their drivers will be extremely fortunate to move from the Xfinity Series to the Cup Series, and so practically advance their career option. How likely is it that JR Motorsport will join the most fiercely contested series in the NASCAR community? Kelly Earnhardt Miller, the executive officer, discussed this situation and added, "It hasn't come together yet. It's a weird time for Cup racing, I think, between the new charter negotiations and the new TV contract, and I don't think anyone is ready to move on selling a charter at a fair price. I think they're just trying to hold out and see what the future might bring. It's such a really interesting time, and we've got things really lined up for 2023. We're still working on it. I have conversations about it and think about. We've had some terrific discussions about how we can race in the Cup, but it hasn't quite come together yet." Even though everything hasn't come together yet, the team won't give up on the circumstance. However, it is clear that they are doing everything in their power to get their squad into the Cup Series in the future. It is obvious that the team is considering several options in order to qualify for the Cup Series, but the pricing on the charter market will be a major impediment for the team. We cannot take away the team's desire and willpower since they already there. However, the squad must pay a genuinely enormous price for participating in the sport, as speculations about a potential purchase that could cost more than $30 million began to spread. Right now, there is no movement on the market, and the growing popularity of the sport only serves to demonstrate that they aren't prepared to offer free discounts in exchange for new teams' participation in the Cup Series, which is reported to cost at least $30 million and probably much more. The squad isn't ready to give up on the possibility of taking part in the Cup Series in the near future. Kelly continued, "We keep talking, we'll keep pushing the envelope, and we'll keep trying to figure it out," in reference to the current circumstance. And as Mr. Hendrick stated, he is prepared to step aside, support, and assist us in any way he can once we are ready to take that step. But if we decided to put the Xfinity on Cup stuff together, he would undoubtedly have to divest from the JRM side. This is because JR Motorsports ownership is a significant part in the entire situation. We are all aware that Rick Hendrick is a co-owner of JR Motorsport in addition to being the owner of Hendrick Motorsports, a team that competes in the current Cup Series. JR Motorsport must comply with the current regulations in order to compete in the Cup Series. Afterward, Rick will have to give up his ownership stake in the squad and concentrate entirely on his business. We may therefore safely assume that he will need to be questioned about this circumstance, and his thoughts on leading one team in the Cup Series or leading one team in the Cup Series while co-leading another in the Xfinity Series. Hendrick will be faced with making a challenging choice. The season finale at Phoenix Raceway was barely 2 weeks ago, and he discussed this matter before it. When someone gets a positive recommendation from Hendrick, one of the most well-known owners in NASCAR, its significant success is guaranteed. A few weeks ago, JR Motorsport experienced this, and the 73-year-old announced that his organization would have an alliance with JR Motorsport, giving the team his complete support if they transition to the Cup Series, during one of his media appearances in Phoenix. Rick added that JR Motorsport's long-term objective is to become a Cup Series team, and also that they ought to hold the highest position. After all, having the Earnhardt name associated with the Cup Series would be a hidden blessing, adding a lot of positive aspects to the sport. But aside from Rick Hendrick, many other entities believe that JR Motorsport's future is in the Cup Series, as seen by media coverage of the matter and the general reaction from the NASCAR community to the possibility of this team competing on the grid starting in 2024 onwards. Still, Hendrick's decision to leave JR Motorsport cannot be an easy one. However, if it is required of him, you can be sure that he will provide it for the benefit of the team and the promising future that JR Motorsport has in hand. After all, Hendrick was a superb co-owner, and who knows if JR Motorsport would have achieved the kind of success they did in the Xfinity Series without him. However, getting started in the sport is much simpler said than done, and the reason that the squad probably wouldn't be able to even have a glimpse of the Cup Series during the 2023 season merely proves that if they are to join these series from 2024 onwards, the crew will require a tremendous lot of experience in order to force their way through the grid. Hence, the initial success could be hampered by the fact that it would be like diving into a pool of things that are unknown. Nevertheless, if that's the case, you can be sure that Rick Hendrick will be on hand to provide the team with any resources he can. The fact that the 2023 season will have a few select events and JR Motorsport won't even attend them as a part of the team, such as the Chicago Street Course, just goes to prove that the challenge is going to be a superb one. And although he will have to surrender his rights that are currently entitled to him by Rick being a co-owner, but somehow the team is wanting precisely this. Even though they may use the assistance of a part-time crew in 2023, it doesn't necessarily indicate that they should give up on their aspirations. The Cup Series, the most exclusive and competitive series in NASCAR, is something JR Motorsports has always wanted to compete in. And finally, you've certainly heard by now that the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series season had the highest amount of uniformity of any season in NASCAR's modern period, right? Well, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere. 5 first-time winners, Daniel Suarez, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, and Tyler Reddick, were among the record-tying 19 different race winners across 36 events. So what do you think JR Motorsports' future plans are? Do you believe that the team will actually have a chance to compete in the Cup Series starting in 2024? Tell us in the comments section below. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please click the like button and share it with your family and friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected for you. We'll catch up in the next video.